EF Press here in Ever Schultz Street in Camden, London. The city has gone into a full lockdown. And lately, our concerns still for Julian Assange and his continued confinement at HMP Belmarsh carries on. We have learned on Friday of last week, indeed a US appeal on the decision not to extradite Julian Assange will be submitted. They have 10 days to put their arguments, and the defence have a further 10 days to put their arguments. Obviously that's nearly a month's worth of arguing, and still no sign of his release, despite the fact that he's not to be extradited according to the Westminster bench. So a case management hearing will be held before that time, and we shall see what issues are raised there and whether the overwhelming evidence that Julian Assange is in a very fragile state, as anyone would be after the consequences of 10 years of so-called US and British injustice. We will try and keep up to date if there is a case management hearing within the week or two, and see where Westminster magistrates still stand. And unfortunately, the prediction is that they will still claim there is some flight risk Mexico embassy scenario they're promoting, despite the fact that Julian won his case, as it were. So we'll keep on the street, on the beat at Camden. Dead as the Vicar's pyjama party last Christmas, and Camden has collapsed. The local authority no longer providing the services and the help to the citizens of this borough, and somewhat reflected in the negligence and hatred that's been directed towards Julian Assange from our MP. And if you have any contact with these political offices, please do feel free to write, not only to Julian at prison at Belmarsh, but also to Sakir Starmer MP, who is in fact the local Labour leader who possibly has had the most to do with Julian Assange's confinement all these years, and maybe can be persuaded otherwise. The EF Press on the darkened streets of a plague-ridden city